Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is all kinds of things. It is mostly new makeup releases, which you will see in just a second, but before that we'll have to talk about a couple of things, and after that we'll also have to talk about a couple of things. Now, you know already that I am doing my Ukraine update about how my brother is doing at the end of the video, but before the video really starts, we're going to have to talk about something. Okay, but beyond that, if you've just found me, I'm so sorry for you. Okay, sweetie, this is Leorah. This is me. I'm makeup artist and stylist living for colorful makeup and colorful styling. So if that is something that you have always wanted, then, or just interested, if you're just interested in it, then just go and check out my channel and my social media, which is linked down in the description box. So you can of course get to know me and subscribe to my channel in case you want to. All right, sweeties, now let us just quickly talk about the makeup that I'm wearing today to get that out of the way, so we can then talk about all these issues that are just very important. Okay, so let us talk first about the eyeshadow that I'm wearing today. So I used two different palettes for this look. This is the This Time of Year palette from Gourmande Cosmetics, which looks like this. This came out last year in the winter. It was the Christmas release, and this was in collaboration with Debutante, Adventures of Xenia, and The Brutally Honest Beauty. Okay, so this is what it is. By the way, The Brutally Honest Beauty is right now back on YouTube because she took a break, and Debutante has left YouTube. So just so you know, but these influencers were involved in this collab, and I used, of course, the mattes from this palette, and beyond that, the shimmers came from the Radioactive palette from Gourmande Cosmetics, which looks like this. All of this I have received in PR. If you want to see, of course, more looks with this palette, because this is basically what I'm trying out right now, then definitely follow me on my social media. I cannot promise that I'm doing a video here on this because I'm going to talk about it. Okay, sweetie, then for my highlighter, I am using this one here. This is the Lavender Dream from the Solmane 2 collection from Odin's Eye. Okay, so I just still don't know how to pronounce it. Solmane, don't know, you know. So that's the more purplish one, the Lavender Dream. For a blush, I'm using this here from Il Maquillage, which is the shade Vogue. And for my lips, I'm using the this one here from Saints, Angels, Sinners, which is the shade Skin. This is one of her lippies. Okay, so that is all I'm wearing. Okay, sweeties, let's just talk a little bit. Because I'm feeling really close to a burnout. Super close to a burnout, and I thought me cutting back on putting out content within the last weeks would help, but actually I feel, for so many reasons, like not being here right now, for so many reasons. Some of them you know, some of them you can guess, and some of them you cannot know, and I'm also not going to tell you. But it is just so crazy right now in my life. Of course, you know about my brother being in a war zone and me being constantly scared for his life. Also, us personally have gone through you know, quite a few ups and downs right now, and that is something that I'm not going to discuss. Beyond that, the whole drama that has been happening behind the scenes in this little small YouTube community has just really, I don't know, it has kind of killed something in me, and I kind of need to get over this. I need to step away from all of this and get over it before I can like resume my thing, you know. I came here to this channel for the love of makeup, for the love of being creative, for the love of trying myself out and recreating myself every single day, and also to see myself through the lens of a camera. This was my therapy to cure my eating disorder, or to help cure my eating disorder, because when I'm looking in the mirror, I do not see myself the way I am, you know, I don't. So when I'm looking at myself while I'm editing and while I'm rewatching my video, I see myself the way I actually am. So this was part of my recovery. Now I am a little bit distraught right now because of all kinds of things. Now, some of them I've already mentioned, but there are also things that are just really specific to YouTube that have been starting to bother me more and more, to the point of me not being able to perform anymore, to be creative anymore, because it is suffocating. The rules and all of that surrounding what people can still talk about, and the words they are allowed to use and the words they're not allowed to use, it is suffocating. Let me give you an example. Just last week, I got a notification from YouTube in the YouTube Creator Studio that one of my very, very early on videos got demonetized. For what reason? Because I mentioned black and white in the video. Now, was that a racist video? Absolutely not. It was a video about styling using the colors black and white. Now, this is crazy. This is crazy. This video got demonetized because I used those words. Now tell me, is that crazy or is that not crazy? You know, and stuff like this makes me not want to be here. Then there are also other things that you cannot know, because even if you are in the comment section, and you know that for the most part my comment section is like super, super nice and you guys are so supportive and amazing, maybe with the exception of last week's video, the new makeup releases, but even there it was kind of still really okay, you know, compared to what other YouTubers go through. So, and even some of you reached out to me and asked me if I'm okay and apologized that this is happening in my comment section, and I'm like, whatever, it's okay, you know. So it is not that, but certain comments you don't see because they have certain words in them that are flagged and that go directly into a secure folder, and only I can see them, and I can give my permission to publish them, or I can just delete them, you know. So what is happening in this secure folder is that I have been now lately for a longer time, I've been attacked, I want to say, for wearing a turban as a white woman, and how dare I, and how dare I steal this from a certain culture. All right, so I think you can fill in the blanks. I just don't want to, like, I'm not going to go there. It is just so vile, and it is so not true, because we might still, with all due respect to all the different cultures that I give to all the different cultures, we might just give some respect back and admit that other cultures may also have certain things they do, and that doesn't mean that I'm taking it away from someone else. It is just something that I do because it belongs to me just as much as it belongs to other people. You know, we can share. Right? We can share. This is something that I'm teaching my children at age 1. That's what I do, you know? But apparently a lot of adults have not learned that that is okay, and that is how people live together. And this is just something that is really, really bothering me, and it's making me super angry. And believe it or not, sweet Leorah can get really, really angry, and I don't want to be like that. I want to be better than this. And if it happens once or twice, I'm like, whatever, water off my back. But if it keeps going, then I'm kind of like, there is something so wrong in this whole thing that I just don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore, you know? And that is very bad, because I worked super hard for this place, and also for the standing that I have with the indie brands and within this community. I worked so hard for this, and I am like very much against giving this up, because this has become my place. This is where I'm standing my ground. But I am sick and tired of certain things, and I feel very bad about knowing that the knowledge that I cannot change this, because this is not in my hands, is taking all the strength away from me, beyond all the real life problems. You know, so just saying that I'm going to be here when I'm here. When I feel like it, I will film. If I do not feel like it, and it could be that I'm going to take a break of a couple of weeks and you will not hear anything from me, because I just need to step away from this viciousness and the brainwashing, and also the muzzle that has been put on people. I am not used to be treated like this, and I will not be treated like this. You know, I will not be told what to do or what to say or what not to say. I will decide according to my level of kindness and understanding and knowledge of the world and of myself and of my people, my following, what I want to say and what I don't want to say. But beyond that, I will not be put in this place that I am being portrayed as someone who is not real, or who is stealing something, or who is not genuine, or who is whatever. This is not me, you know? Just saying. Okay, so that is unfortunately the very dramatic introduction to my new makeup releases, but I wanted to just put it out here in this space, just between you and me, that I'm going to take a bit of a break. Now, a lot of people have already reached out to me because I think a lot of you have been seeing this coming. So you have reached out to me and said, please, Leorah, for the love of everything that's holy, please at least continue the new makeup releases. And I'm very much for that, but I'm not going to commit to anything right now. If I have the strength and if I feel like doing it, I will do my best to do it. But if not, then it's going to come back at some point. You know, so that is the situation. It is just, if I do not take this kind of break right now, then I will stop this completely. I will shut down the channel and then I will just leave. You know, and I don't think we want that. I don't want that either. But as a last resort, I will do that, you know, and that is really not what I want, because I want to be here. And you know that I want to, and that I love to rock makeup, and that I love to, you know, be connected with all of you. So for the time being, I will still be active, of course, in the normal way on Instagram. So if you want to like still connect with me, and of course you can also, if you just found me, sorry, sweetie, that's why I said sorry, you just found me. But you can of course also go and watch my older videos. There are hundreds, okay? So you'll be busy for a while. But beyond that, of course, you can follow me on Instagram, because there I'm still going to post looks and I'm still going to do makeup. I just need to step away from being like see-through, like this here, you know? So again, I'm going to try to keep doing my new makeup releases. If I can, I will, and if I can't, I won't. All right, so that is the situation now. Sweeties, that is me. Okay, now let us go in and let us first of all see how my internet is doing today. Okay, it seems to be doing okay. So let me just move to the side and let us start to talk about something that we all have been waiting for quite some time, and that is Nomad Cosmetics, because you know I told you already a couple of times about the new release that is coming from Nomad, and now I can finally tell you that they have gotten the confirmation that they can launch. It was all about getting products in time when everything was delayed and stuff like that. So it was not their fault. It is just how the world is sometimes, you know? So now they have confirmed that they are going to launch the new collection, and sneak peeks are being posted as we speak. The new collection is launching on July 12th. So that is a video that I have already filmed and that is ready, and that is what you're definitely going to see here. So don't be surprised if there's suddenly a video popping up about Nomad Cosmetics, even though I said I'm like off, you know? And even also during this time, if I feel like sitting down and filming a, I don't know, a video with mini reviews, then I'll do it, you know? And that is what I'm going to do. I'm just like doing exactly what I'm feeling for the time being, okay? So that is Nomad Cosmetics. Of course, you know that I got this in PR already some time ago, and I've worked with it, and I was very excited about it. But you watched the video, and of course, a lot of other people will feature this one too. So you can go and watch all of those videos, and you'll be you'll be busy. Okay, sweeties, then let's also talk about something that is really, really beautiful and huge in my mind, and that is coming from Glamlight, and this is going to launch this coming weekend, and that is the Michaela collab, the second one, because you know that I think it was last summer, there was the Glamlight and Michaela collab collection part 1. I own this collection and I really, really liked it. Now, I have to say though that this palette now, the big one, is so much more beautiful than the first one. I think overall this whole collab, or this whole collection, just really surpasses the one from last year, depending of course what color schemes you like to work with. But here you get a whole lot of stuff, way more than in the previous collection. But here you get a very, very big palette, which retails for $42. Then you're also getting a 10-pan palette for $18. You get a lip set, which retails for $20. You're also getting a highlighter set or a highlighter palette for $20. There are also lashes and so on and so forth. There is a lot of brush set. This is so cool. Now, what do I want from this collection? I want the big palette. I want the lip set and I want the highlighter. That is what I want from this collection, sweeties. Actually, I cannot order this because this is launching on Shabbat, and as you know, for religious reasons, I am offline during Shabbat. So I actually have one of my bestie squad. One of my besties is ordering this for me. Hopefully, it's not going to like involve a website crash or something like this, because you know, sometimes when there is a very hyped release, that happens, and I assume that this is going to be really you know, people are probably going to really want this. So, but at some point I'm going to have this. Will I feature it here? As of right now, I don't know. But I will definitely have pictures on my Instagram. All right, so that is that. I'm super happy for Michaela because seriously, she is so entertaining, first of all, and also super talented and super creative. And I think they did right, you know, to just come out with another collection with her, because it just makes sense to work with people where you see it works, you know. By the way, in case you hear my kids in the background, I have all of them at home because the teachers are on strike. That is also something that does not make life easier these days. Seriously. Okay, sweeties, let us talk about Nehemia Beauty because they are launching a whole collection, and it could be that this is the first time that I'm talking about this brand. So in any case, you see here, there is all kinds of stuff going on. We do have color pigments, we do have lashes, we do have brow lacquers, we do have lip lacquers, we do have skin lacks. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but this is what it is. So all of these things are launching from Nehemia Beauty. I have no experience with that brand. If you have tried that brand, then definitely let me know. This brand is vegan and it's cruelty free. And is this already live? I think this is already live. Okay, so if you want to check this one out, then definitely do so. Then let's also talk about Pout and Shout. We have not spoken about Pout and Shout for some time because I didn't see any releases, but sweeties, this brand is spectacular. In case you don't know anything about this brand, this is a whole brand that is kind of made out of upcycled material, and it is just so creative and so special, and the themes are always so amazing. So in any case, this is the Burglar, I cannot pronounce it, a palette. 6 shades, and again, 100% upcycled exterior packaging, and of course everything is professionally sanitized. And there is another thing that is just super special about this brand, is that depending on what you can afford, you can pay a price within a certain range. So for this palette, it ranges from between $16 to $25, and this is available now. And I think this is so cool. Have I tried this brand? No. But I'm kind of really in love with the brand because it is just so unique, you know. And I think in a world where everything is copy and paste and where we are kind of forced, and this is just again going back to my intro, to my very sad and upset intro, in a world where we are kind of claiming that everybody is allowed to be free and allowed to do what everyone is allowed to do, but in reality we're kind of all being put into a cookie cutter and pressed into one thing, so nobody can stray out of line anymore. This is at least how it feels to me. I feel like this is just so special because it is just so unique, and I think that all of us should be allowed and free to be unique, you know, without a muzzle, you know. All right, sweeties, let us talk about Joah Beauty, because Joah Beauty is coming out with the Flamingo Garden Eye and Cheek palette. So this palette here has, of course, 5 eyeshadows, 2 blushes, and 1 highlighter, and this is available now retailing for $22. Okay, so this is, of course, a more, I want to say, coral and neutral palette in a way, but then of course you also do have this teal shade which looks really nice and vibrant, and then of course you do have the cheek shades, or the face palette, or the face part of the palette. So yeah, in case this is something that you like to use, then definitely go ahead and do so. This is less for me, but maybe it is for you, so maybe go and check it out. Then let's also talk about Urban Decay, because they're coming out with the Naked Wild West Mini palette. Maybe you do remember that they came out with like the normal size Urban Decay palette some time ago, and now they're coming out with a 6-pan palette, 3 mattes, 3 shimmers. This is vegan and cruelty free. This is available now. I do not have a price right here. Also, this is not really for me, but maybe it's for you. It looks okay. It is just not, color wise not for me, and size wise it's not for me. And I've never really tried Urban Decay, so don't really know if the formula is really something that I would enjoy or not. And again, it is just so personal to yourself what you enjoy and what not, you know. So even if I give a recommendation because I loved something, and then you guys tell me, wow, but for me that didn't work at all, it just shows you how unique we are, you know. And I think that is amazing. It just baffles me that people could get upset about this. Because for me, I think, wow, God is amazing and great because he has the super creativity to create everybody differently. Isn't that stunning? Like, for me, this is something that is just wow. You know, I don't know why that scares people. I love it. I do. Okay, sweeties, Colourpop is coming out with the Jasmine Criswell collection. So I don't know who that is, but there is a collab going on, obviously. And there you have 2 eyeshadow palettes. They cost you $12 a piece. And you have 3 lip kits. You do have 2 luxe glosses, as far as I know. All kinds of stuff. Check it out in case you want to. This should be available now from Colourpop. Okay, so of course you see the palettes. Also, this is not for me. It's 2 smaller palettes. The lip colors look really, really nice. I like that. Also, of course, the lip liners look really, really sweet. I kind of really, really like the drama also in the lips. Not according to today's look, of course, but it can look super, super nice and just really, really classy. And from what I see in that small little picture that you're also seeing here in the corner, in the bottom left corner, I guess that is also very much Jasmine Criswell's, wait, Criswell? Sorry. I think I said that wrong, or it's a typo, I don't know. Criswell, I think that is very much also her style, the dramatic lips and the more classy eye, you know. All right, so that is what it is, Colourpop, in case you want to. Then let's also talk about Lily Posh, because she's coming out with the Loud and Proud highlighter. Now this looks so cool, and if you've never heard about that brand, go and check out that brand, because that is also a brand that is very, very much unique and special also in the products. And I've tried a couple of things from Lily Posh and I really, really like them. So there are different prices for this depending on if you want to have it in a compact or just as a single or whatever. So feel free to check this one out. This is available now from Lily Posh. All right, then let's also talk about Made by Mitchell, because he's coming out with different blush shades. So we spoke about the blushes blushes already a couple of times here on my channel, and this time there is a Blush Dreams bundle, which is pastel shades in 6 different shades basically. This is available now. They retail for $32, and this is for the bundle, I do believe. Okay, $32 for the 6 shades. And then you also have these here. These are the Blush Bears. These are liquid bronzers slash blushes, and here you have 8 shades and they retail for $18 each. So these you can get individually because it just makes sense. You know, I wouldn't buy a very, very dark shade, for example. So a bundle makes only sense for a makeup artist, right? So in any case, this is what it is from Made by Mitchell. I'm not too much into liquid products, as you all know, but of course maybe you are, so maybe you want to check this one out. Okay, Opv Beauty is coming out with their House of Queen palette collection, and you have, of course, as you can see here, 4 different palettes. They have each of them 15 shades, including 5 mattes, 5 shimmers, and 5 water activated liners, and they retail for $12 a piece, and this is available now. All right, sweeties, if the water activated liners would be also eyeshadows, I would be kind of really, really up for this. It is just that I'm really, really not into water activated liners. I'm very much into liners, but I'm kind of making them myself anyway with a mixing medium and stuff like this, so I don't really need that to be in a palette. palette, but maybe you do, and that's completely fine. So then go and check this out, because they actually look really, really, really pretty. And also the price point is really nice. I've never tried this brand, so I cannot speak about the quality or the formula or whatever. Feel free to help each other in the comments and just share information, because it also helps me, of course, to get to know the brands better. Okay, then let's also talk, we need to talk about this one. This is from Beauty Glazed, and actually I spoke with my friend Nikki Raven behind the scenes, and while we were speaking, she was doing her makeup and she was like, look Leorah, what I'm using today, and she was holding up one part of this palette. These are two palettes, and it's kind of like part 1 and part 2, kinda, and this is already available now. And in case you want to try this one out, or you're debating to get this, then I'm sure that Nikki is going to have a video up. Either it is already live by the time you're seeing this, or it's coming soon, just saying that she has this palette and she's working with it, and I'm sure she's going to feature this. I have not tried Beauty Glazed, so but she really, really likes it. So just saying that I personally cannot speak from my own experience, but I've heard really, really nice things, like solid quality things about this, you know. So of course you see the different color schemes in the different palettes. You have one that is more like green and blue, and then the other one is more blue and purple and pink. So of course check it out on their website. And they're also coming out with their Glamour Eye Duos. You have 10 versions. They retail for about $4 a piece, and these are available now. Also, this is not for me, because of course it's duos. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to need to buy like 4 of them at least in order to do one look that satisfies me, you know, and that is just not this is not helpful. I would rather go for the palette, but some of you of course prefer those little things and just like to put it into your handbag or whatever. Then definitely go and check this one out, also of course from Beauty Glazed. Then we definitely also need to talk about Rock and Roll Beauty, because they're coming out with their, I don't know, Def Leppard collection. Now I'm going to reveal my ignorance. Who is that? What is that? I don't know. It's probably someone who was big in rock and roll or something. I have no idea, sweeties. I'm so sorry. But in any case, they're coming out with the iconic Artistry Palette with 14 shades. Then they also have 2 duo blush highlighters. They have 3 lipsticks. They have eyeshadow sticks, and they have tattoo liners, and they have sponges and brushes, and so on and so forth. Also nail products. It's a whole huge thing. Okay, so let me just check if this has launched already. This has launched already, in case you want to check this one out, from Rock and Roll Beauty. All right. Then let's also talk about this one, because for me actually this looks so beautiful because it's so calming. Now some people would probably say that this is like super boring. I don't think so, because some days yes, but sometimes this is exactly what you need, you know. I have tried one thing from Rare Beauty, and that is, did I tell you that this is from Rare Beauty? I don't even know. This is new products from Rare Beauty. Okay, sweeties. Okay, so you do have the Kind Words matte lipsticks in 9 shades, and then you also do have lip liners in 10 shades, and this is going to launch on July 7th. Now what I wanted to say is I have one product from Rare Beauty, which is a mascara, and that is the best mascara that I've ever tried. Just saying. Okay, I've never tried lip products or anything else, so I don't know. Yeah, but this looks beautiful, and I think that especially if you're going for a lot of colorful looks and like high impact colorful looks, that a lip collection like this actually makes a lot of sense. So much sense, you know, because it looks super beautiful to have more neutral lips. You don't have to, but it looks just very nice if the sole focus is boom on the eyes. Now when you go back to last week's video, I did the opposite. I had very colorful eyes and like super bright red lips, so it also works. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but there is a charm to both approaches, you know, just saying. Okay, so this is coming on the 7th of July from Rare Beauty. Then let's also talk about Shine by SD, because Shine by SD is releasing their Jeweled Dreams collection, which looks like this: 12 single multi-chrome shadows. This is available now. I do not have a price, unfortunately, but this looks super stunning. I do not have swatches, unfortunately, but this looks beautiful. And Shine by SD is an amazing brand. I've tried this brand, and yeah, feel free to do so too, because it's beautiful and good quality. All right, then let's talk about Catrice, because they're coming out with the limited edition Tropic Exotic collection. Now when I saw this picture, I thought this must be Kiko Milano, but it's not. It's Catrice. because don't you also feel that Kiko Milano has, in their summer releases, they have a certain vibe to their collections, and it's kind of really something like that also, you know? So in any case, this is the new collection. You of course have a cheek palette, you have an eyeshadow palette, you do have matte face and body bronzer, you do have a tropic exotic nail lacquer, and all of this is available now in certain places, in select markets. I don't know what that means. Okay, so in case you're interested in this, then definitely check your select market. All right, sweeties, then let's also talk about something super stunning, and that is coming from Emmy Cosmetics, because she's releasing 10 new multichrome single shadows. 3 of them are black based multichromes and 7 of them are pastel multichromes. These look stunning. These look absolutely beautiful. I mean, these swatches are just mouth-watering beautiful. All right, so this is releasing on June 30th, and they retail for $17 each or $150 for the whole bundle from Emmy Cosmetics. Sweeties, this looks stunning. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let us continue with Pat McGrath, because she is releasing lipsticks, and these are called the Plitz Drance Lipsticks Star Glaze, I think. So of course you can see the shades here. I think also this release is really, really pretty. It looks like there is going to be a little bit of a shimmer kind of a situation going on, like beyond a normal shimmery lipstick, but it looks like there is some glittery stuff in it, which I think can be super, super pretty. I have no problem with that. They retail for $25 each, and I think they're very, very beautiful, and this is available now from Pat McGrath. Then let's talk about Notoriously Morbid. Notoriously Morbid is coming out with the Carpe Noctem eyeshadow palette. Seize the night, sweeties. Carpe Noctem. Yes, let's do that. Okay, so that is of course the palette. You do have 12 shades in this palette. Sorry, my puppy is crying for his mommy. Do you hear this? Yeah. Okay, so you have 12 shades. They are duochromes, multichromes, shimmers, and that is basically what it is. As far as I know, there are no mattes in the palette. This palette retails for $65, and this is available now. And the pen size, it says here, it's 36 millimeters, which is quite big. Okay, so you do get a lot of product, and of course, partially at least, you're also seeing these swatches here, and I think also this looks really, really pretty. Then they are coming out with more. They're coming out with 5 single eyeshadows that retail for about $10 till $18 depending on what it is. They're coming out with 4 highlighters for $13 a piece. They're coming, I hope I'll be able to put on the pictures here. Okay, they're also coming out with a Mystic Metallic Liquid Lipstick for $18, with 3 lip rouges for $13 and 3 gem multichrome toppers for $19 a piece, and all of this is available now. All of this from Notoriously Morbid Cosmetics. Okay, is it cosmetics? Maybe it's only Notoriously Morbid. All right, so just so you know. Okay, then let's also talk about REX because they are coming out with their Cancer eyeshadow palette. This is a cool toned palette. It says here it features 16 versatile shades in silvers, grays, purples, nudes, browns, neutrals, and blues that can be layered in infinite ways to create a vast array of looks. So you do have 4 duochromes, 5 mattes, 1 metallic, and 6 shimmers. This retails for $38. All right, then it says here the Cancer Power Color is silver or metallic gray. The element is water and the planet is moon. So this is how they kind of got the palette designed, you know, in the color scheme. And I think they did super, super well. I think it's actually super, super pretty. Yeah, and especially those special shades, you know, you see it more in the swatches, of course. And unfortunately, I only have a video here, so it's constantly moving. But it is really, really pretty, honestly. So yeah. Honestly. Yeah, okay. So this is available now from REX in case you want to check this one out. Then let's also talk about Glossier because they are coming out with those eyeliners, and I just definitely wanted to show you because there are some really, really nice colors. For example, that lavender shade is just so, so pretty, and then there is this ochre yellow, which is also just so, so pretty. There are also more normal colors, like of course a black and a dark brown and a dark blue and all of that, and also a white. So in case this is something that code you want to check out. This retails for $16 each, and it is available now from Glossier. All right, then let's talk about Sensorium Beauty. Maybe you remember that they came out with the Sensorium, what was it called? I have the palette, the big palette that they came out with. I forgot the name. Did it have a name? Maybe it was just the Sensorium palette or the Sensorium Volume 1. I don't know anymore. I tried it. I reviewed it here on my channel and I liked it. I really did. And now they're coming out with they call it a shimmer. I think this is kind of then also, yeah, like a highlighter, I guess. So it says here, the shimmer is a unique formula designed to replace the traditional layering of wet gloss on the skin. The shimmer allows you to mimic the sparkling effect of water on the skin without disrupting your base. And I think that is very, very cool. You know, so this is available now for $26. And it says here, it gives you the wet look without the water. You know, that could be really, really cool. I'm absolutely up for this one. All right, then Opv Beauty is also coming out with something which is really, really nice. I have several Opv Beauty palettes. I think I have 3. And now they're coming out with face products. Okay, so you do have 5 different palettes here in different colorways. So these are called the Glow Perfect Face Palettes in 5 different shade ranges. Basically, each palette contains a blush, a bronzer, and a highlight, and this is going to be available on June 30th in case you want to check this one out. All right, especially for traveling and stuff like this, you know, now that people can travel again, makes a lot of sense. And in case you want to, then definitely check this one out. Okay, oh, we need to talk about Glaminatrix because Glaminatrix is sneak peeking the Glamorous palette. I just got the Nocturnal palette. I'm very excited to use it finally. So that is going to be super, super exciting, but they're already sneak peeking the next one. And of course, you know, there's also the is it almost natural or almost neutral palette. That is also already a new palette. Okay, so they're really, really working hard here, and they're coming out with this one soon. This is, as of right now, the only picture I have, so I cannot show you more. And in case there is next week a video, or like in 2 weeks, whatever, I'm going to definitely update you. Then I also need to announce something because Midas Cosmetics is coming back. I did not think so. I did not think so. I like Midas Cosmetics. I actually have, now I forgot the palette name. It was a bigger palette. It was like a space theme, was it? I don't remember anymore. So in any case, I know the brand. I've tried the brand. I like the brand. Okay, I've also reviewed it here on my channel. And then at some point, they basically closed down shop, and I thought it was final. It kind of sounded final to me, but they're rebranding and they're coming back. And now it is going to be Midas Cosmetics with a Y. Okay, so instead of an I, it's a Y, but it's still going to pronounce the same way. So I guess, you know, kind of insinuating that it's a new brand, but it is kind of still Midas Cosmetics. All right, so they're going to be coming back in the fall. All right, so that is what I just wanted to put out there, coming back in fall 2022, and that is really, really nice. I'm happy to have them back because it was a really, really nice brand, I think, and it's good to have them back, you know. Okay, then let's also talk about Beauty because they're coming out with their Cancer eyeshadow palette. This palette consists of 10 shades featuring 5 mattes and 5 shimmers for $17. This is available now from Beauty. Depth-wise, especially within the blue range, I think it is nice. Within the brown range, it could have even gone a little bit darker for my personal liking, but in any case, this palette is most probably not going to be for me, but maybe it is for you. I think, though, overall, that the mixture between neutrals and colors is intoxicatingly beautiful. Just saying. Okay, so it's not that, it's just that if I have a choice, and of course I do have a choice, I'm going to probably order a big palette instead of a 10-pan palette, you know. All right, so that is what it is from Beauty, but I've tried Beauty and I really, really liked it, you know, previous releases, of course. All right, then let's also talk about Foolish Hustle, because Foolish Hustle is coming out with a new palette, and this is called the Thug Life 2-pack collection palette with 16 shades. 2-pack is a singer, right? Rapper? Sweeties, I don't know. It's probably the guy there in the middle with the 6-pack. He should be called 6-pack. Yeah, okay. So in any case, featuring mattes and glitters and shimmery finishes, this is going to come soon. Also Foolish Hustle, I have tried already. I have featured it here on my channel. I think I have 2 or 3 palettes from Foolish Hustle, and that is really, really nice. And the owner is really hardcore, like in a very unique way, you know, not like me, completely different, but you know, hardcore in her own special way, and that is really, really cool. All right, then let's also talk about Lethal Cosmetics, because they are coming out with the One Up palette, and this palette consists of 12 shades, including 3 UV reactive neon mattes, 3 classic mattes, 3 trichrome metallics, and 3 duochrome metallics. This retails for 42 euros or $38. And then there's also going to be 6 brand new lip glosses, and this is launching on July 1st. Okay, so it's cute. The shape of the palette is not really for me, but I do believe that if you're into like this computer situation, you know, if that was part of your upbringing, or if that's what you did and you have an emotional connection to that, then of course you might be more into that. Other than that, I think the palette itself looks really, really pretty, and also this time price wise I think it is very, very reasonable and okay, because just we need to throw that in, because last time I kind of got criticized a tiny little bit that I said that $100 for a 6-pan multichrome palette is too much. And I still think it's too much, you know, but this is very reasonable, and I think color scheme wise it's really pretty. It's shape wise I just have no connection to the computer games and stuff like this. If I have played the one computer game in my life, that is probably true. But more than that, I'm more the outdoor kind of a girl, believe it or not, and this is how I grew up. We were like building huts in the forest instead of sitting in front of a screen, you know. That is just because that's what we had. We just didn't have a computer, and we didn't have smartphones back then, because I'm that old, you know. Okay, so sweeties, that is what it is from Lethal Cosmetics, launching on Friday, you know. All right, so then let's also talk about these releases here from Frikin Fabulous Cosmetics. Sorry for my dog making so much noise. My kids are trying so hard to keep him quiet. It is actually really, really adorable, and I'm gonna have to give him a big shout out, because they're really trying that mommy can film, you know. It's so, so sweet. But he misses me. Okay, so we're almost done though. Okay, so Frikin Fabulous Cosmetics is coming out with a couple of releases. Now what you see here on the left side, this these brick palettes with the brick embossment, we spoke about that last time already. Now the other 2 releases are new as far as I know. Okay, the brick palettes retail for £40 each, I think. All right, and then we do have the Wonderland palette, which consists of 6 shades. This is of course the more colorful one that you see in the bottom right corner. Which retails for £40, and then also the Arabian Nights Multichrome Eyeshadow Palette with 9 shades for about £48. All right, this is now available for purchase from Frikin Fabulous Cosmetics, and that is what it is. In case you want to check this one out, looks really pretty, especially. I cannot even say especially, because they all look pretty in their own right, but the new releases now, the ones to the right side, are very, very intriguing to me. I want to say almost more than the brick palette, even though that they are also really pretty. So yeah, what can I say? Okay, but now sweeties, we need to just like gather all of our remaining concentration and just look at the new release of the Beauty Bar Cosmetics. Sweeties, let's just like concentrate on this one. I have a video here which is just so, so stunning. Can I just... Do you see this? I'm going to try to take screenshots, but boy oh boy. Sweeties. Okay, this is stunning. They're coming out with their new opal multichrome pigments, and they are gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm right now in the stage of trying this brand for the first time. I do own a couple of shades from that brand, and I'm right now trying them out and like adding them to different looks, and I'm really, really liking the effect that those shades have. But those here are wow. They're like 1,000 times more beautiful than what I own, and that is just so stunning what they are coming out with. So definitely check out this brand, because first of all, the owner is super nice. I have heard from all kinds of places super nice things about this brand, and I tried it and I really like it, while I always have to just throw in that there is a learning curve to working with these kinds of shades. So don't expect it maybe to look like this immediately. That's the mistake that I made, because I got really frustrated after the first look, and I was like, what kind of stupid stuff is this? This is supposed to be like fairy dust, and it's supposed to turn everything into magic, and I just couldn't do it, you know? But there is a learning curve, and it gets better, and the more you use them, the more you get into it, and the more experienced you get, and then the more beautiful it looks, you know? This is just how it is in life, sweeties. Okay, so now let us just move to the middle, and maybe quickly also talk about Ukraine. Okay, that's another topic that is of course just really hard to take, and let me just move my mirror a little bit because it's blinding. Okay, it's very hard to handle in my personal life right now, because I'm really, and this is not about me, it's really not about me, it's of course about my brother, but of course it also has an effect on the whole family, you know, and it is very I don't know, I'm basically always scared, you know. That's not healthy. Okay, so what has been new this last week? Maybe if you've been following the news, you know that a shopping center or a shopping mall has been bombarded or has been hit by a rocket, or whatever you want to say. Now, just lately, that is a shopping center in Kremenchuk, and this is kind of really special to me, beyond the fact that it is horrible, and of course a lot of life has been lost, because why targeting a shopping center? Why? You know, this is just like beyond me. Now, of course, sometimes in a war, stuff goes just wrong and a rocket lands somewhere where it was not supposed to land. But still, the whole thing is crazy. The whole thing is crazy. Okay, but I've been to Kremenchuk. I've been there because I have actually visited my brother a couple of times, because he lives in Ukraine already for 20 years plus, and I've been there and visited him a couple of times, and from there, living with him, I just traveled to certain places and looked at different places, you know, and Kremenchuk is not very far away from where my brother lives. Okay, so that is of course something where I was like, wow, this is, you know, when you have been in a place and you connect the name of a place with something that you have experienced, that you know, wow, you sat in a street cafe and you were looking at this beautiful guy while you were sipping your coffee, and then you hear in the news, wow, that shopping mall has been I don't know. You know, so yeah, that is that. Okay, how is my brother doing himself? I think they're really distraught for a lot of reasons, of course. A lot of reasons are connected to a lot of people leaving. You know, and my brother and his wife, they could be leaving because they're German citizens. They do not need to be there. But a lot of Ukrainians are leaving, especially in the leadership level. And people are being left without leadership. And that is, I mean, can you imagine that is just really not okay, you know? I always grew up with like a lot of values. And one of them was the concept of the captain being the last one to leave the sinking ship. And I kind of see that my brother is doing exactly that. My dog. You know, and that is just something what also because he has been raised by the same parents, that is something that we just cannot understand. That you are in a role of, you have responsibility and people are looking up to you. You do not just disappear. You don't do that, you know? So I think there's a lot of frustration in my brother and his wife, because they see how a lot of people are abandoning ship. And that is something that I know is not going to happen with my brother unless there is absolutely no other way, you know? So that has been a big frustration. The other thing is that the harvest is basically right around the corner, and they cannot get any contract from for their barley or for whatever their harvesting, because everybody is sitting on their grain. You know, stuff, as you probably know, is not being shipped outside of Ukraine. And of course, everywhere there is a shortage, or is going to be a shortage of grains, but they are sitting on it, and they cannot sell it because nobody is buying it. So now they, of course, invested a lot in this crop, in the faith that they're going to harvest it. They're still going to be there in the area where they live, and they will be harvesting. And they will be, it looks like they will be, but they have nowhere to sell it to, you know? It is really, really crazy. Now, in those places that have been occupied by Russia, of course, those people that are still harvesting there have to give 70% of their harvest to the occupiers or the occupying forces, and the rest they can sell for an apple and an egg, you know. So I really don't know how they're going to live. I really don't know. This is very, very I'm just so upset about the whole thing. And when I think about it without faith, then I see that the Ukrainian lines are crumbling. They cannot withstand. They have to withdraw. And I see where this is going. And this is heartbreaking for me. And for them. Like, again, forget about me. But I'm sitting here and talking. So, of course, I'm going to relate it to myself. It's just heartbreaking to see this. Because, I don't know. It's just heartbreaking to see, you know? Beyond that, everything is going the way it should on the farm. You know, they're still baking the bread and distributing and all of that. They're involving, of course, the refugees that are living there. And some of the refugees now actually started to build a shed next to the house, because they are going to try to just like get some wood stacked up in there, so they'll have something to heat the place for the winter, because they are preparing for the winter and they don't know if they're going to have gas or whatever to heat the place, you know. So I don't know. It's just too much, you know. But thank you so much for everybody who is praying for them, who is also still donating to them. Of course, as always, their PayPal is in the description box down below, so feel free to help out in case you want to and in case you can. And thank you for just like always reaching out to me and asking how my brother is and how he's doing. And I'm going to try to keep you updated as much as I can. All right, so sweeties, this is what it is from me for today. I gotta take care of my puppy because he's losing it without his mommy. So please, of course, check out my description box for all my discount codes that I have with the brands, for my links to social media and all of that. Beyond that, of course, subscribe in case you want to. As you know now, there is going to be less content, and I'm going to be here, but it's going to be only when I can and if I'm completely in peace with doing it. And beyond that, I'm still praying and hoping for things to get better in each level, on each level in my life and in everybody's life. Okay, so sweeties, go ahead and sparkle, because that is what we have to do. We have to set an example and we have to be better. We have to be better, you know? So sweeties, see you soon. Up until then, hugs and kisses. Bye.